Hi everyone. Today I would like to discuss about how to import data from different sources to the Azure ML workspace. Azure ML has two versions. First one is Studio Classic, which is version 1, and other is ML Designer. It is the upgraded and recent version, and Azure also suggests everyone to use the ML Designer version. But in order to use the ML Designer version, you have to set the target compute where your code should run, where your this algorithm should run, but it will also cost some money. But ML Studio is, for now, it's free. For 1 GB of data, it's free. We can train the experiments using a ML Studio. If you see the widgets, all the data transformation and model operations were same in the ML Studio and ML Designer. So today I will show you how to do the data import in ML Studio. First, I have extracted the import data module, and if you click launch data widget, here there are the different options that show where the data can be extracted, whether we can extract from a URL or a query or SQL database, Azure table, from Azure Blob storage, from data provided from SQL database or Azure Cosmos DB. First, I would like to show how to extract data from a URL. I have selected the web URL via HTTP, and then I click next. It will ask the provide the URL. So I have this URL from GitHub, so I'm just copying. I have pasted it, and then I click next. Its configuration has been completed, and then I click OK. Now you can see the settings here on the right side, and now I'll just right click it and click run, or you can run from here as well. It is currently running. This dots indicate that the code is being executed behind, and once it is completed, it will show a tick mark that this module has completed running. You can see that it has completed running. Now you can right click and then results. You can see the dataset. What is the dataset? You can see that you have extracted the dataset from this URL which I mentioned. It's a insurance dataset. This dataset is about if the customer is likely to make insurance policy or not. Sale is the target variable, and all other are the input variables. And you can see that I have not clicked the where I have not clicked a use first row as header. That's why you can see these column names were being appeared. So now I will rerun again by selecting header, so that there won't be this error. And again it's running. It just hardly takes 10 to 15 seconds every time, depending on the size of the data. Now you can right click and visualize the dataset. Now you can see the column names were being treated as it is available in the CSV file. Different column names, different statistical distribution, what are the missing values, what are the unique values, what are the type of the data, min, max. So I can see, because I have worked on this data, I can see that there are some outliers in this data. And first I would like to get more statistical details in detail. So I'll just go to statistical module, and I will click summarize data, and then I will connect to summarize data, and then I will run this code. This cell has run. Now this cell is running. Yes, both cells are run. Now we can see the results. You can see for each column it has given the summary of count, unique value, minimum, maximum, mean deviation, standard deviation, quartiles range, and the normal distribution of data distribution information for all the columns it has given. I knew that there are some outliers in the data, so I'll just remove those outliers. I think it's clip values. I'll adjust my screen. You can select the columns. So by default we are including all the numerical columns, and we are based on the percentile information we are clipping the values. And yes, I will clip the values after 90th percentile and use the same threshold for all the values, and then I'll run this cell. Yes, I'll show you what has happened. If you see the result of the first import statement, there are some outliers in vehicle value 15,000, whereas the minimum value is 5,000, maximum value is 15,000, and median is somewhere 8,000. And in the tax as well, the median is 50 and max is 1 or 2. I knew that this tax cannot be 1 or 2, or price cannot be this much huge, so I have used a 90th percentile threshold to clip the outliers. So if you can see here the change in the data, you can see the price. Now the price is now maximum is reduced, and vehicle value 90th percentile is still 1500, and here the tax is also reduced. I clipped these outliers. Same for the other columns as well. I would like to remove one more outlier, which is on credit score. If you can see the credit score, there is a outlier of I think it's already been treated since I kept 90th. Yes, now the data is clean from outliers. But there are some missing values as well. So in all the columns there are all missing values, nearly 400 to 500. So I will show you how to treat missing values. There is a module called clean missing values. Let me search clean missing data. Yes, let me join this to this, and then it will ask which columns you want to clean the missing values. We can click by name as well, or by with the rules instead. In the rules, I mean, we can select whether these are numerical or categorical. If we select name, we can directly enter the names. So my price doesn't have any oh no, my price has a missing value. Sale doesn't have any missing value. Marital status doesn't have, date doesn't have. Rest of the columns has missing values. So I selected all those columns, and then I click run. It's still running. While with the missing values, I should have done some other thing as well. How do I wanna, like here I have replaced all the missing values with 0, but you can replace with mean, median, mode, or entire, remove those entire rows or entire column, everything. But I have imputed with custom 0 value. This is how you load the data from a URL, and then you start analyzing the data. I will show you one more way of how to load the data from Azure Blob storage. This is the import data module. Let me rearrange the grid. So you can see that I have imported the import data module, and earlier I have loaded my data to Azure Blob storage. So I will just load this hard disk is prediction dataset from Azure Blob storage. I am connecting to my Azure Blob storage. I'm under my subscriptions were as shown by default since I have used my account, so they were automatically shown. I will use my key and I will enter my path, which I don't remember. Yes, this is the path. We cannot enter the full path, we just need last from here. Yes, we can test the connection if it is successful or not. Yes, the connection is succeeded. And then I'm showing first row has a header, and this is a encoding file with comma. First row has a header, and then I click OK. So now I will right click it. I want to run only this. If you want to run everything, you can click run here. If you want to run only the selected one, you can click run selected. It's loading. Yes, it has succeeded. Now you can visualize the data. Yes, you can see the data has been loaded from the Azure Blob storage. This is the Azure Blob storage. From Azure Blob storage to ML Studio, the data has been loaded, and then from here you can start working on. ML Studio and ML Designer were almost the same, but ML Designer is still in the preview mode, and they were trying to get all these modules from Studio to Designer, because Designer has very good interface and very good machine learning pipeline management. So that's why. Thanks for watching.